Like, oh my gosh! I want to watch some real paranormal videos. Now, the thing is, it's really hard to trust anything you see on the internet. Luckily for us, King Frostmare has compiled some of the scariest footage that's ever been caught by police officers. And if you can't trust the police, who can you trust? Don't answer that. Now, let's see if any of these clips are the real deal, huh? That's, what? The scariest videos captured by police. Scary incident. Okay, that's a little vague.
Let's look at an older yet disturbing piece of footage from a police officer's body cam. He was responding to neighbors' complaints about strange noises coming from an abandoned house.
50p.
What he captured that night would leave viewers puzzled for years to come.
Is he going in gun drawn? How much danger do they think they're about to encounter? I feel like weapons drawn into an empty house. Like, I feel like you need to be like, have like heard the sounds of violence, or been like reported gunshot. Like, to enter a house with a gun drawn is like a pretty serious maneuver. That's like, I know that's like what they do in the movies. I don't know if that's really standard procedure. Without like due cause of a belief that...
As the officer began searching the empty residence, something unsettling broke the silence. The sound of a woman weeping. As the footage continues, the sobs transform into something far more sinister, almost demonic in nature.
I don't love that.
Police department, anybody in here? Show your hands. Make yourself known.
Was this like filmed like in the 90s? Like, what is this footage? Oh, ho, 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 ho. I think I saw someone whip around the corner on that. Also, again, I feel like...
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Right now! Did you copy that?
That was weird.
In the final moments, we hear the officer commanding whatever is in that room to get on the ground. Then, suddenly, the recording cuts off. What happened in those crucial missing moments? Did something attack the officer, causing his camera to fail? Or was this all an elaborate hoax, a carefully crafted piece of fiction? The truth about what transpired in that abandoned house remains a mystery.
CCTV.
One officer was patrolling.
There's one place it's haunted, it's gonna be a prison.
Where an inmate had recently passed away.
If you prisoned, you're haunted. It's such a natural response to, like, he sees it open, he's just
surprised the cell was
no,
empty, and
just
there was
immediately
no draft to be
backs
felt.
up. He's
But
like,
could
I'm
it
not
be
checking
that a ghostly
that.
presence.
But yeah, that nope reaction's pretty legit. In the park.
A strange incident in a local park caught the attention of both police and public alike. What began as a routine call turned into something that would leave even veteran officers scratching their heads. Late at night, when
they're all just sitting there
been
being like,
still
yeah,
and
that's
silent,
weird. I mean, maybe the ghost's just trying to get his pump on. Like, you know? Once a gym rat, always a gym rat, I guess. Even in death. Hospital incident.
A security officer recently started a new job that would lead to an unforgettable encounter. His assignment? Patrolling an abandoned wing of an old hospital closed off for renovation. The staff had warned him about this place. They tell stories about spirits wandering these empty halls. Around 2 a.m., something disturbing
Abandoned
happened.
hospital.
The guard
in the middle
heard
of the night.
strange noises drifting through the corridors.
I would loathe. That guy is... I already love this guy because he's behaving the way I would. Just kind of panically jogging down the hallways being like, oh no, I'm being paid to be here, but I hate it. Oh, I'm laughing, but it's because I simply... Oh, that's the worst. Oh, do you see that? Oh, I feel bad for laughing, but it's like, man, this is exactly how I would behave. Like, I would want to leave, so, like, all my joking about, like, fleeing the country and whatever whenever I see something scary is, like, if I have, like, a paid obligation to be somewhere, it's really hard for me to abandon it, because I feel like, oh my gosh! No! Okay, this has to be fake.
A mysterious figure appeared in one of the hallways, moving silently to the left before simply vanishing. The guard is
Okay,
convinced
so-
he witnessed one of the many lost
Okay,
souls
yeah,
said to still roam these halls.
That might be fake, because you didn't see, like, the full wall around the corner, so someone could have been, like, pressed up against the corner, and then they slipped back around the other corner while he was facing this way. This might be fake, but that was a good scare. Like, and this guy's behavior is spot on for how I would feel, so
While
kudos.
skeptics.
Shadow Man.
Late one night in Thailand, a police officer was making his routine patrol through a quiet neighborhood. What his dashcam captured that night would end up making local headlines.
Something I love about King Frostmare is that he's able to pull footage from, like, international sources. I think he's multilingual. I can't remember exactly, but he seems to be pretty capable of getting stuff translated.
It shows something
or at least,
truly
like,
bizarre.
knowing what's
a
going
dark
on.
figure, completely motionless,
So you get a lot of
standing
good
at the
variety
side of
with
the
him.
road. But here's where things get really strange. When the officer passed by, the rear-facing camera showed nothing. The figure had simply vanished.
Oh, so the
This wasn't just
front
some
camera
glitch
sees
that
it.
the officer could brush off. The incident was significant enough to catch the attention of the entire police department. Even they couldn't explain what their cameras had recorded that night. Could this have
Oh, that is weird. So the front camera sees something, but the rear camera doesn't catch anything. And so, like, just like in that little brief moment where, like, the front camera doesn't see it and the rear camera hasn't seen it yet, just that little window, that shadowy mass on the left corner, like, just is gone. So that's
been an actual spirit
weird.
caught on police cameras?
Hey, by the way, if you're liking these so far, maybe go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it so much. In the mall, the scariest place. I hate the mall, actually. It's
Now to another
so
pretty
crowded.
spooky capture, which was
Not a fan of
captured by
crowds.
Oscar, who was working as security staff in an old factory. It all started
Okay,
with
not-
him
not
seeing
exactly
strange shadow
police, but
silhouettes at night.
police
And at this
adjacent will
particular
allow
one,
this.
he saw these things again, which is when he started documenting it.
Lady in Black manifested herself again. I work the shift by myself now. That's pretty typical for security guards. Usually, like, one, maybe two people, depending. Oh. No. No. Why? I need this to be fake. Oh, no. What kind of... Okay, what kind of nerves of steel do you have to see that between the cracks? And be like, see, there she is. Let me go wander over to the other side just to prove that there's nothing there. Like, if I don't even, like, even if I think it's a ghost, like, if I see something, I'm gone. I'm not a security guard anymore. Like, I've quit that job. I've moved to Nebraska. I've changed my name. I've bought every cross between me and there along the road, like get that. Ugh. No. Oh, I hate that. Oh, that
It
better...
is uncertain what exactly this black shadow is that our
Yeah, I
guard
mean, it's pretty
is seeing
vague,
here,
but
he
it's
swears
the
that other
worst.
people can see her too during the day, and that
See,
she even moves
I-
around ever so often.
I need this to be fake because
Making
I
him
don't...
believe
I
that
sleep
this
better
shadow
at night.
being is bound to the storage facility.
That's a
But
sucky
who
place to
can
be bound
say?
to. No, that's uncomfy. The old church.
What we're
Nothing
about to
scarier.
see is deeply unsettling. Police officers responded to a call at a church that had stood abandoned for a decade, a
Okay.
place with a dark history. The reason for its closure? A series of inexplicable events that drove people away. Objects moving on their own, and most disturbing of all, the sounds of children crying. When the officers arrived with their cameras rolling, they captured something that defies explanation.
Okay. Tell me about this place that defies explanation in this old abandoned church of abandonedness.
ये 3 बच्चे हैं साथ कुछ और चीज बैठी हो
What the wait, what is that?
कौन
Oh, what is that? Oh, why are there... That's like 4 different people all just hanging out being weirdos.
आ रहा ही है
What on... Wait, why are they just being...
There, in the darkness of the old church, stood a dark figure. Surrounding it were what appeared to be children, perched on a chair. Many who've seen this footage desperately hope it's just part of some film project. After all, the alternative is too disturbing to consider. With so little known about the church's history, or what really happened that night, we're left with more questions than answers.
Like, I feel like that's probably fake, but that's super... It's uncomfy. Again, seeing people and then suddenly those people are just gone, gonskis. It got Wimby, my dudes.
The following material shows a team of police officers from Brazil who were called to an abandoned school.
It's always Brazil.
Apparently, there were some
Sometimes
extremely
it's
loud
Brazil.
noises, and neighbors suspected some intruders in there.
caralho bicho que é isso mano cuidado Judá cuidado mano
That-
que é isso mano
That is windy. Apparently, that's weird. That's going back and forth like that. That's not.
caralho mano mano que é
That's
isso bicho
that's weird.
caralho mano bora mano
I mean, they've got a pretty good angle on it. It doesn't seem like there's anything like fake in that necessarily. At least nothing obvious.
vai mano
They're like, you know what? Nope. Oh, shoot. Someone threw a bottle. That guy was gone. Abandoned his friends.
It's not a surprise that the squad ran in fear, as they could not explain this strange phenomenon.
Also, I'm not sure this is
as they
police,
had
'cause, like-
witnessed the door slamming with a considerate amount of
It's like they're not like
force, although
really
nobody
dressed
was
up.
living
They're
in
just
this
like running
old
around with
building
guns.
except
I mean, I guess
them.
I don't know how they do it in Brazil. Maybe that's how you
Another
do it.
unsolved case to this
You run around
day.
plain
Was
clothes
it a
with guns and be
ghost?
like, "Oh, we're the police." It's like, "You sure you are, buddy? You got the bigger gun." So that's where it came with me.
In Japan, a veteran police officer's life took a dark turn after investigating a haunted house. Whatever he encountered there, he believes it followed him home. Night after night, objects would fly across his rooms, and mysterious footsteps would echo through his apartment. Desperate for answers, he decided to set a trap. First, he
This is such a Japanese way to deal with things, by the way. Where you're like not like in a mean way, but it's like, I don't know, people in Japan, like, they don't mess around. And it's like, even the super skeptical people are like, don't believe any of it. If something weird happens, it's like, you just pull out all the charms, you pull out all the spells, all the things, you just set it all up, and then you continue to be like, it's like, I don't really believe in it, but just in case, you know. We'll put out the salt, we'll put out these, we'll, you know, all the bells and
placed
whistles.
traditional talismans around his home.
That's-
ancient symbols meant to ward off evil spirits.
I mean, that
And
is
he
the
scattered
correct
flour
charm.
across his
That is a
floors,
memory,
hoping to catch
so-
evidence of his unwelcome visitor. Finally, he set up cameras throughout the apartment to capture whatever might appear in the darkness. What
I
happened
respect
next
how
was
thorough
beyond
this is.
anything he expected.
So I guess he must have been woken up. He's taking his camera out to check something.
When he checked, his heart nearly stopped. There were footprints in the flour, but that wasn't the most terrifying discovery.
That's no good. Oh my gosh! Oh my! That's the worst! Oh! Holy crap!
A pale, ghost-like figure hovering in the darkness. This otherworldly presence seemed to float there, motionless, before dissolving into thin air. Then, suddenly, the recording cuts off. What kind of entity had this officer brought home with
Okay, first of all, the footage cut off because the guy probably died on the spot. If I saw that peering through my door, I don't care if it's a normal freaking human just being a weirdo. Like that imagery being like just like pressed up against the glass, like I would be so I would be so dead. I like that'd be the end. Like I would like die, become a ghost, and then my ghost would see that and like die again, and I'd become a super ghost. Like like holy crap.
him? The answers
That's
remain as
awful.
mysterious as the ghostly figure itself, leaving us to wonder what really haunts the darkness of his apartment.
Oh, that's terrible. Nightly chase. On
The
patrol?
following clip was shared by Maintenance Tunnels, and it was another recording that was captured by the dashcam of a police cruiser. That night, two colleagues were out on patrol, and they weren't expecting anything out of the ordinary at the time. However, at some point, they saw a black object running across the road.
Okay, sure. Yeah, sounds like police, so that's probably accurate. We're waiting for something to appear on the road.
What the?
What was that?
Did you see that?
Yes.
Holy!
Was that?
That was on 2 feet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, he's got the red and blues on. He's getting ready
I thought
to.
I was seeing things actually.
Oh my goodness! Please tell me we got that on audio or video.
I mean, this is definitely
Probably would have almost tagged
this
us,
is
but things
definitely real police, at least based on the talking and what they're doing. Yeah, that was. Do you guys see that?
You see anything down there?
Yes.
They parked the car and were giving the area this thing appeared in a good look. But of course, they could not find anything. Why this video is labeled possible Bigfoot sighting is unknown. Many people state that this looks more like a shadow figure crossing the road. What do you believe, though? Is this
I mean,
a
that's-
paranormal encounter?
It's unfortunate that the video itself is like not like super high def, but I mean like the reaction the people are having is like super genuine. Like whatever they saw, like they saw something that was there, and they were wigged out, gassy. Oh no.
The following video was captured by a security
hunting at
officer
Taco
who
Bell.
just started at a new location. He was patrolling the floors of an old college building, which has been said to be haunted for many decades. Apparently, a student was found in one of the dorm rooms who decided to leave this world several years ago, and people swear that sometimes they can see his spirit roaming the hallways.
Okay, I mean every college dorm has this
Before
kind of story,
encountering
whether it's
something
true or
rather
not.
terrifying, we see and hear our guard patrolling in which is what I assume his natural habitat.
Sure, so he's checking things out. We don't know how occupied or unoccupied the... Oh, that sucks. Can you imagine getting the craziest,
All of a
coolest
sudden, we see a
paranormal
shadowy
footage?
figure disappearing behind the wall. And the man is
Like-
seemingly in shock. He never found out what exactly this thing was.
I mean, that seems
Perhaps
pretty
the spirit
legit,
of the
actually.
deceased student. Spooky.
I love that the integrity of like he kept the whole clip to prove that, like he didn't fake anything, and it's just the bad luck of like he had to pass some gas mere moments before the ghost probably made him like number 2 his britches. Like, but I mean that felt like pretty legit. Because like he goes around the corner, he runs over there, he checks the full corner. He like checked the whole way up and down and around, up the stairs. Like that's the thing I always want people to do with the camera, and they never do it. Like you round that corner after that ghost, and you check everything. Like no possible spot that a human could be hiding. And no one ever does that for some reason. But this guy did that. And so that actually makes it way more compelling. And also, maybe he's got to figure out his diet. Well, those were some pretty good ones, honestly. I had a lot of fun with those. Some of them were really scary. Some were kind of fake. But let me know what you think down below. Which one was most convincing to you? And maybe while you're down there, you can maybe hit the subscribe button. Oh, and in the description, I'll have King Frostmare's full video, and you can check out the rest of what I didn't show here. It's pretty good. We'll see you next time.